A family from England is still in shock at the situation that has unfolded over the past month. It all started when the children's favorite, 16-year-old cat Frankie, left home in late May and never returned. Rachel and her husband John, along with their 2 children who lived in the small village of Stretton, began to worry about their pet. Rachel and John decided to take action. They scoured the neighborhood, put up posters, and even asked their neighbors if they had seen Frankie. Then, one fateful afternoon, after Rachel and John had returned from another fruitless search, something changed. Rachel couldn't bear to see her son in such pain. She turned to John with a heavy heart and whispered, "Maybe it's time to accept that Frankie isn't coming back. We should get some closure for the kids. I can't stand to see Remy like this." John nodded, his own eyes misty with unshed tears. They decided to walk along the side of the highway one last time to see if, by some miracle, they could find any sign of Frankie. The air was heavy with sorrow as they trudged along the road, and then, just as they were about to give up hope, they saw something that made their hearts skip a beat. A lifeless form lay by the roadside, battered and lifeless. Rachel held her breath as John approached it, recognizing the white fur on its belly. It was Frankie. He had been hit by a car, and there was no doubt that he was gone. Tears streamed down their faces as they gently picked up their dear pet. They carried him home and held a small, somber ceremony in the garden. The children said their tearful goodbyes, and they cremated Frankie, hoping it would help Thea and Remy through their grief. 22 days after the cat disappeared, the family's grief had become a part of their daily routine, but then something incredible happened. A familiar meow pierced through the silence. Thea, Remy, Rachel, and John froze in disbelief. The sound was unmistakable. They ran outside, their hearts racing with hope and fear, and there, standing before them, was a gaunt and bedraggled Frankie. His fur was matted, and his eyes held a look of confusion and exhaustion. Remy's eyes welled up with tears as he looked at the cat that had returned from the dead. He reached out, his small hands trembling, and touched Frankie's fur. "Is he real?" he asked, his voice quivering. Turns out Dad mistook a downed cat in the driveway for Frankie, and their cat had been alive the whole time.